right, so we're supposed to solve these. Notice in the directions it says it needs to be between 0 and 360 degrees. So we need to find it in degrees and not the negative answers. Okay, so the first thing we do is it's written in sine, so we're using the same steps that we used yesterday. Let me scroll back. Here it is. Where first you have to rewrite it in terms of sine, cosine, and tangent. It's already there because it's already in sine. Second, we're going to figure out what quadrant our answer is in. So we do the all students take calculus. And we know that sine is positive here. So in which quadrants is sine positive?
Sine 1 and 2.
1 and 2. The one at all and the one where it says sine positive. So to find theta, we're going to do the inverse sine. And this is where you need the calculator. Because it's not on our unit circle, I can't go look for 0.735. I'm going to have to use my calculator. Make sure your calculator's in degrees. And we want it to 3 decimal places always. Hopefully y'all got 47.307. Very good. All right. Now it's supposed to be in the first and the second quadrant. Well, that one is in the first quadrant. So we have this one. For one to be in the second quadrant, it just has to have the same reference angle as this blue one. So it's going to have a reference angle that is 47.307. So it's got to have that same reference angle, but I need to know what the pink angle is.
You just add 90?
Add 90. No, if I add 90, it would be, yeah.
Well, just subtract from 180.
Yeah, subtract from 180.
That works too, I guess.
Yeah, that does work too. You're right, I could. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Yeah, you can't add 90. It gives you 5 more degrees. You have to subtract it from 180. Because the whole, well, the half circle there is 180 degrees, and what's taken out is the 47.307. So 180 minus that is 132.693. So there's one answer, and there's the other answer. The drawing helps us to figure out our 2 answers. You don't have to draw it, but it's going to help you figure out what to do. There's mud?
Yep.
Yep, good. Okay, I'm gonna skip down, go below it. Do this one.
So those are the 2 answers?
Yes, those are our 2 answers. One's in the first quadrant, the other one's in the second quadrant. And you could try it out what you would do is you would take the sine of 132.693 and it gives us 0.735. Cosecant, what do I gotta do first with this one? Change it to sine. So the sine of theta is equal to, how do I do that?
1 over.
There you go, Megan, thank you. 1 over negative 1.235. It doesn't matter where you put the negative. So I'll be taking the inverse of that, but first let's figure out what quadrants it's in. So this time, sine is negative. So what quadrant? Third and fourth. If you go to college and they ask you what quadrants and you say T and C, they're going to laugh at you. Actually, they're going to go, what? So make sure, yes, it is those two, but that's really the third and the fourth. All right. So now we do the inverse sine of that. What do y'all get?
Negative 54.068.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use that as one of my answers because it says my answers have to be between 0 and 360. So I'll just have to rewrite it. Negative 54.068 looks like that. But I need it between 0 and 360. So I need it to be that purple one. How do I get that purple one? Yeah. 360 minus 54.068. Because that whole thing together makes a circle. There's one of them. 305.932. That's in the fourth quadrant.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
If it's negative 54.68,
Mm-hmm.
you need to add it because it's a negative.
Right. Yes. It's 360 plus negative, which would be the same thing as minus 54.068. Yes.
What?
You could take this and add 360 to it, or it's the same thing as taking 360 and subtracting the positive version of that. It's either plus a negative or subtract it, same thing. Either way. All right. So that's in the third quadrant. No, fourth quadrant, sorry. I need one over here in the third quadrant. The reference angle is going to have to be the same. So that was 54.068. So how do I find that blue angle?
Subtract 90.
Add it to
And
Add it to 180. We have 180 degrees right here for half a circle, and then we add that reference angle. So there's our two angles. you do the tangent one that's next. Try that without me talking you through it.
I've got a question on that one.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be negative as long as it's still like
The blue one or the red one?
the red one.
Okay. When you're talking about a reference angle, it's always positive. The only reason I labeled it negative here is because that's what my calculator gave me when I plugged this into the calculator. And that was just to help me know what it looked like on the graph. If you put a negative there, it wouldn't necessarily be wrong. It just, because our answers are just those two, it had to be between 0 and 360.
Sure.
Good question. So I want you to do the one right next to it, the tangent one. Get help from each other, get help from me. I want to see how you do it without me talking you through it. Your test is coming up Tuesday, so.
Yeah, I think you'll collect
Everything bad is happening on Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have a book thing due in Miss Wise's class, but it's like an oral presentation. So
Yeah, I heard about that. That's AP Lang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be real fun.
Yes, it is going to be fun.
I missed the demonstration, but I get to do it the second day on the first day.
Nice.
So someone in our class had this huge book, and she told Miss Wise that she had finished it like a while ago, and she was complaining like, these words are so confusing, I don't know what's going on in the book.